What if? This question came to the minds of some people who one day decided to cross different kinds of species. Sometimes there is a special need in crossbreeding, but very often it is just the case of curiosity or accident. The animals from my list are of this kind, so be ready to get amused. What is a GEEP or a shoat? As you can guess, this is the hybrid between a sheep and a goat, and there are several cases of crossbreeding of that kind. In 2014, a rare hybrid animal appeared on a farm in the Republic of Ireland. The GEEP was born on Paddy Murphy's farm in County Kildare. As the owner of the farm said, it was like a shock to the system. Mating between female sheep and a male goat ends with birth very rarely. That's why Mr. Murphy couldn't believe his eyes. The baby looked like a goat trapped in a lamb's body. He was much faster than any lamb. In 2016, the GEEP still lived on Murphy's farm and felt pretty well. Other well-known examples of living GEEPs appeared in Botswana in 2000, New Zealand in 1990, and France in 1988. Have you ever heard about an Iron Age pig, and why does it have such a strange name? Through some clever breeding, farmers in the United Kingdom have created a pig that looks like pigs from prehistoric cave art 12,000 years old. The farmers crossed European wild boar and a Tamworth, the oldest domestic swine breed, which is ginger in color. As a result, they have a very cute piggy. The piglets are lively and have attractive stripes on their coat. On growing older, pigs lose these markings. The grown-up swine are known for being more aggressive than domestic ones. A wild character, you know. Coy dogs, as you can guess, are the mixture of coyotes and dogs. Nowadays, some breeders think it's a good idea to mate these two canine species, as the result is very interesting. Coy dogs usually have very piercing eyes. They're generally not playful or sociable. And if a person wants to have such a hybrid at home, he needs to be firm, confident, a consistent pack leader. Weak-minded people will run into problems with such a creature. Though these canine breeds are very close, they mate naturally very rarely. There are some reasons for that. For example, the mating cycles of the two species don't coincide. Besides, coyotes don't get along well with dogs, whether they are living in the wild or in captivity. This is Aiko Coy Dog. She was born in Texas after some coyotes came in and mated with purebred German Shepherds. She doesn't play toys, but is fond of howling. As I showed you before, there are a lot of wild cat hybrids, and this is one of them, the Puma pard. So-called Panthera crossing is a rather frequent situation, but this hybrid differs greatly from ligers and tigans, for example. The point is that Puma is not a Panthera species. A Puma or a cougar is the ironically largest of the small cats. In other words, it is a distant cousin of a kitty living in your home. The first ever Puma pard was born in the late 18th. After a puma and a leopard were accidentally left in the same cage overnight. Puma pards can be the result of a female puma mating a male leopard or a male puma mating a female leopard. In both cases, they show a form of dwarfism because of mutation. One of the latest breeding trends involves crossbreeding domestic cats with wild breeds in order to create an exotic hybrid. If you like unusual cats, here's one. The Chausie was developed from hybrids of the jungle cat, the largest species of the genus Felis, found in Asia. Jungle cats are found along the waterways of India, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and northern Egypt. These cats were honored by the ancient Egyptians, and mummified remains of jungle cats have been discovered in pharaohs' tombs. This creature is known as a master of survival, known for its courageous behavior. As for the hybrid, officially the Chausie breed cat first appeared in France. The breeders wanted to create a kind, affectionate, domesticated cat that had the character and physical characteristics of a jungle cat. But these hybrids also appear naturally. Jungle cats often mated with domestic cats, and, over the centuries, hybrid cats have been reported in many countries. And now meet the Zorse, a cross between a zebra female and horse male. The Zorse has the stripes you'd find on a zebra, and some physical traits resemble its father. Usually, Zorses are less agreeable, as they have a wild animal instinct. That's why they're often harder to train than a typical horse and have a strong temperament, being sometimes even aggressive. But their stripes have attracted the attention of many horse lovers. Why? Because of their appearance, of course. Besides, the genes from the zebra give the equine hybrid resistance to diseases and other pests that invade donkeys and horses. So in an effort to get the zebra's colorful coat in good health, some individuals do their best to breed this astonishing combination. Meet one more hybrid. Now it is a mix between Bactrian and dromedary camels. Bactrians have 2 humps. They are sturdy, heavy-coated, cold-climate camels. Dromedaries have 1 hump and are finer-boned and lighter-coated desert travelers. Crossbreeding of dromedary and Bactrian camel used in many countries with dry climate: Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Iran, Turkey. The result of crossbreeding is a fast-maturing hybrid that is larger, stronger, and more obedient than both parents. The hybrids can be over 7.5 feet and weigh up to 2,200 pounds. Hybridization between dromedary and Bactrian camels was widely used in the past. Hybrid male camels are also used in southwestern Turkey in the ancient tradition of camel wrestling. Hybrids of 2 historically geographically separated species is quite unusual and can only happen in captivity. Asian and African elephants have been separate species for almost 7 million years, and specialists didn't even think that being together males and females could interbreed. But Mahdi changed this situation. In 1978, keepers at the Chester Zoo were really puzzled to find out that Sheba, their female Asian elephant, was pregnant. The only one to blame was Jumbelina, a male African elephant. Mahdi showed an amazing mix of his parents. He had large ears, like a typical African elephant has. His legs were long and slim like an African elephant, and he had a large single dome on his head. It was the only case of such species crossing. Zubrin is a hybrid of domestic cattle and Wisent, a European kind of bison. The Zubrin was first created by Leopold Walicki in 1847, but it is only official facts. Some experts think the hybrid may also have appeared much earlier. In the first part of the 20th century, various scientists predicted Zubrin to replace domestic cattle because of their durability and resistance to many diseases. Zubrin are heavy animals, with males weighing up to 2,600 pounds and females up to 1,790 pounds. They are strong and tolerant of harsh weather conditions. But the first fertile individual was born only in 1960, and later scientists lost interest in this field. Though, a single herd of Zubrin remained in Baławski National Park in Poland. I'm sure you've heard the word mule, but hardly ever you heard the word Hinny. The difference is simple. A mule is the result of breeding between a male donkey and a female horse. A Hinny is the result of breeding between a female donkey and a male horse. Hinnies are much less common than mules and are not generally bred for commercial use. Hinnies tend to look more like horses than mules do, usually having the long, elegant tail of the sire and a more traditional horse-shaped head. Hinnies are born rather rarely because of the differences in the number of chromosomes of the horse and the donkey. A donkey has 62 chromosomes, whereas a horse has 64. Hinnies, as hybrids of those 2 species, have 63 chromosomes and generally sterile. Hope the video was interesting to you. Let me know in the comments what hybrid you'd like to see most. See you!